प्रभुपाद की जय।
जय
नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय।
जय।
और जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय।
जय
श्री राधा शरद बिहारी की जय। श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा महारानी की जय।
जय
जय श्री परम करुणा श्री गौर निताय की जय। भक्त
जय
देवी तुलसी महारानी की जय। श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। श्री नरोत्तम दास ठाकुर की जय।
जय।
All assembled devotees,
हरे कृष्ण
all most assembled devotees,
हरे
all
कृष्ण।
assembled devotees, all glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. Hari Hari
हरि
Bol.
हरि बोल।
Om Namah Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
Om Namah Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
Om Namah Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
Hare Krishna, good morning. On this auspicious day of appearance of Sri Narottam Das Thakur, I welcome everyone to this Srimad Bhagavatam class. We will recite this verse, read the translation as usual, then we will remember Sri Narottam Das Thakur, some of his pastimes. So this is from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2, Chapter 7. The Canto 2 is the Cosmic Manifestation, Chapter 7, and the scheduled incarnations with specific functions, and text 13. Kshira dadhava maradana vayutapanam unmatnata mamritalabdhayo adideva Prushtena kachapa vapu vidadharagotram nidrakshanandri parivartaka sarnakandu Shira dadava maradanavayutapanam unmatnata mamritalabdhayo adideva Prushena kachapa vapurvidadharagotram nidrakshanandri parivartakasarnakandu Kshira dadhava maradana vayutapanam unmatnata mamritalabdhayo adideva Pruštena kachapa vapurvidadharagotram nidrakshanandri parivartakasarnakandu. Little difficult, but please try.
क्षीरो दधावमरधानवयूतपानाम् उन्मत्नताममृतलब्धय आदिदेवा तुष्टेन कच्छपवपूर्विदधारगोत्रम् निद्राक्षनाद्रिपरिवर्तकसानकन्दुः।
Anyone else want to try?
Hare Krishna.
क्षीरो ददावा अमरदानवयुतपानम् उन्मत्तनाथम् अमृतलाभ्य आदिदेवा पृष्ठेन कच्छाप वापुर्विधाद विदाहर गोत्रम् निद्राक्षणोद्री परिवर्तकक्षण काण्डु।
Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण।
Khirodadau amaradanabha yathapanam unmathanantam amarta labdhaya dideva pristhena kachapa bhapur vidhadhara gotram nidrakshano adri paribrata kashana kandu. Hare Krishna.
Okay, so we will do the synonyms. Okay. Kshira, milk. Uddadho, in the ocean of. Amara, the demigods. Danava, the demons. Yathapanam, of the leaders of both hosts. Unmatnatam, while churning. Amrita, nectar. Labdaya, for gaining. Adideva, the primeval lord. Prishtena, by the backbone. Kachapa, tortoise. Vapu, body. Vidadhara, assumed. Gotram, the Mandara hill. Nidrakshana, while partly sleeping. Adri Parivarta, rolling in the hill. Kasana, scratching. Kandu, itching. Translation and purport by Divine S.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The primeval Lord then assumed the tortoise incarnation in order to serve as a resting place, pivot for the Mandara mountain, which was acting as a churning rod. The demigods and the demons were churning the ocean of milk with the Mandara mountain in order to extract nectar. The mountain moved back and forth, scratching the back of the Lord tortoise, who, while partially sleeping, was experiencing an itching sensation. Purport. Although it is not in our experience, there is a milk ocean within this universe. Even the modern scientist accepts that there are hundreds and hundreds of thousands of planets hovering over our heads, and each of them has different kinds of climatic conditions. Srimad Bhagavatam gives much information which may not tally with our present experience. But as far as an Indian sages are concerned, knowledge is received from the Vedic literatures, and the authorities accept without an hesitation that we should look through the pages of authentic books of knowledge, Shastra Chaksharvat. As we cannot deny the existence of the ocean of milk, as stated in the Srimad Bhagavatam, unless and until we have experimentally seen all the planets hovering in space. So we cannot deny the existence of the ocean of milk as stated in the Srimad Bhagavatam unless and until we have experimentally seen all the planets hovering in space. Since such an experiment is not possible, naturally we have to accept the statement of Srimad Bhagavatam as it is, because it is so accepted by spiritual leaders like Sridhar Swami, Jiva Goswami, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, and others. The Vedic process is to follow in the footsteps of the great authorities, and that is the only process for knowing that which is beyond our imagination. The primeval Lord, being all-powerful, can do whatever he likes. And therefore, he is assuming the incarnation of a tortoise or a fish for serving a particular purpose not at all astonishing. Therefore, we should not have any hesitation whatsoever in accepting the statements of the authentic scriptures like Srimad Bhagavatam. The gigantic work of churning the milk ocean by the combined effort of the demigods and the demons required a gigantic resting ground or pivot for the gigantic Mandara hill. Thus, to help the attempt of the demigods, the primeval Lord assumed the incarnation of a gigantic tortoise swimming in the ocean of milk. At the same time, the mountain scratched his back as he was partially sleeping and thus relieved his itching sensation. Om Ajnana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirbhisesa Sunyavadi Paschyata Desatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Good morning everyone and welcome on this very auspicious day of Magha Masa, which is today the appearance of Srila Narottam Das Thakur. We will share just after the brief summary of today's verse. Today's verse is refers to glorifying the tortoise incarnation, tortoise in Kurma avatar. When the with this incarnation, during this incarnation, by the churning of the ocean, there's so many incarnations of the Lord happened. It is during the time when Devatas fought with Bali Maharaj, and they become weak, completely weak. In order to derive nectar by churning the ocean by the instruction of the Supreme Lord, Devatas partnered with demons. A lot of education we can see. I think this is the first time only we can see Devatas, join hands with demons to attain something, mutual benefit. So in that churning, the churning was happening by using the Mandara hill, and it needed a resting place. It was sinking. It was so hard for Devatas and Danavas to really carry out this task. So the Lord took the form of the tortoise, who lie down on his back. The Mandara hill was resting and provided support to execute the task by the Devatas and the Danavas. So this is a very beautiful pastime happened. It happened in the ocean of milk. Today, related to milk, also we can remember Srila Narottam Das Thakur. Narottam Das Thakur, who appeared after in our Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya, who is actually in one sense nourishing the devotees by his nourishing the devotees by his mode, by his writings, by his songs. Narottam Das Thakur appeared after some time, after when Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu unmanifested from his pastimes in this material world in the form of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So, to understand Narottam Das Thakur, we have to have deep dive into Lord Chaitanya's appearance. What is mode? Why did he appear? What is the mode of appearance? Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, according to Srila Rupa Goswami's Stavamala, Rupa Goswami writes a beautiful prayer. Aparam Kashyapi Pranayi Jana Brindasya Kutuki Rasastamam Hritva Madhuram Upabhaktum Kamapi Yaha Rocham Swam Avabre Dyutim Iha Tadiyam Prakatayan Sadevas Chaitanya Atitaram Na Kripayatu. So it is basically says the internal regions of the Lord. What is the Lord's heart? It is very confidential. Everything is confidential about the Lord. But especially what he thinks, what is deep desire in his heart, that is very, very confidential. He doesn't reveal just like that. No one reveals the confidential, we don't reveal our innermost heart, what we have it. Sometimes we don't reveal out of shy, sometimes we don't reveal because of anarthas. And we look for a suitable, capable person who can hear us. So similarly, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the Lord Krishna himself does not reveal his heart just like that. But it is said that his heart was revealed to Rupa Goswami. Thus he compiles in Stavamala, Lord Krishna desired to taste the limitless nectarine mellows of the love possessed by one of his multitude loving damsels, Sri Radha. And the primary purpose, and the external reasons of his appearance and the internal reasons of his appearance. External reason is not actually the reason of Lord's appearance. Because according to Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, external reasons, which is establishing dharma, can be done by the Lord's incarnations, scheduled incarnations. But it is a time of, it's a coincidence that Lord wanted to relish the mood which Srimati Radharani is the topmost devotee who relishes in Krishna Prema. At the same time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also comes and propagates the Sankirtana movement. But actual reason of his appearance is to come to experience that bhava, that mood which Radharani relishes by serving, being a devotee. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes in the mode of Srimati Radharani, basically Radha and Krishna combined form. He comes and relishes this transcendental activity, and especially loving Krishna in separation. Loving in Krishna in separation, in union and separation. Primarily Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mood is coming, loving Krishna in separation. So why I brought this is, this is the whole subject matter. This is Srila Narottam Das Thakur, who is none other than that manifestation of Krishna's love in separation, or Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's love in separation from Krishna, or Radharani's love in separation from Krishna. What Srila Narottam Das Thakur wrote and compiled is a deep, powerful prayers which will enliven the hearts of the devotees. Hankering will develop hankering and greed and deep desire to associate with the Lord. Generally people in general are materialistic and they are suffering constantly because of lack of Krishna consciousness. But simultaneously, when one hears the pastimes of Narottam Das Thakur and his writings, one will definitely invoke that deep mood of loving mood in separation for Krishna. So in this way, because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was performing his Leela, Narottam Das Thakur did not manifest, is not born here. But once when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was, when he was traveling, with his millions of devotees who were following him, and arrived at Ramakeli during that time, devotees noticed a very wonderful incident. He was dancing in ecstasy along with his associates during Sankirtan. And while dancing, suddenly what happened, he looked into the direction of Kheturi. They said that Kheturi is the place where Narottam Das Thakur actually took birth. He looked in the direction of Kheturi, and he suddenly calls in deep separation, Narottam, Narottam, Narottam. I'm just trying to share this. We can think how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was calling for Narottam. When devotees heard this name, Narottam and Narottam, they were perplexed. They said, what is this? Who is calling for? Why is he calling? Who is this Narottam? Because no one knows who is Narottam, because Narottam has not taken birth. But from this incident, from this pastime, devotees could understand, that there is some wonderful incident is going to take place, and everyone shouted with joy by Lord's this activity in ecstasy. When they call, they realize that some special thing is going to happen. Narottam, on Narottam. So simultaneously, Srila Loknath Goswami, Loknath Goswami is a very intimate devotee of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He had moved to, under his Lord's instruction, he has moved to Vrindavan. Before all this Goswamis moved, Loknath Das Goswami, he moved to Vrindavan. And in Vrindavan, he lived in separation from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, always hankering the association of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and all his associates. But he lived there. So he could not bear the separation, Loknath Das Goswami, and he wanted to come and see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. In Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he came in his dream of Loknath Das Goswami. He said that, within a short period of time, a prince named Narottam will become your disciple. He will be gifted. He will be a gifted devotee, full of love and devotion. When we say full of love and devotion, it's like pouring. It's like pouring from the heart the Krishna prema. He'll be gifted devotee and empowered to save the fallen conditioned souls from hellish life. He will be empowered devotee. His enchanting, beautiful kirtan will melt even the wood and stone. Narottam Das Thakur writes, Pasana Bidore Sunijar Gunagatha. He says that Pasana, even Narottam Das Thakur writes in his song itself, he says, by hearing the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, even a stone will melt. Sunijar Gunagata. So here also he says that by his writing beautiful songs, kirtan, when he will sing this kirtan, what will happen? The wood and stone also will melt. Actually, it's not a philosophy, just a kind of some idea. It is really, even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, there are many incidents we see, even now also in Jagannath Puri also we see, where the Lord was touched, or in front of Jagannath itself, near the where what is Garuda Stamba is there inside. If you've been on his left side of the wall, we see there's a fingerprint of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The stone melted just because of the ecstasy of love of Lord Chaitanya by seeing Jagannath. So similarly, there are many other incidents, footprints, everything is available, where the stone literally melted by the touch. So in this way, Lord Chaitanya revealed this confidential message that he will come, and Narottam will come shortly. And in this way, he embraced Loknath Das Goswami. So by giving solace to Loknath Das Goswami, when there's hope, just like as Krishna said, I will come back. I promise I will come back. Why Krishna spoke, I will promise I will come back, even though he didn't come back to Brajavasis, Gopis. Why did he say? Because that promise will keep alive the Brajavasis. If Krishna would not have said that, there's no point the Brajavasis would have survived. That's what I understand. There's no point they could have survived. Krishna gave, he did not come, but he made them living in love, living in separation from Krishna. So this way, Loknath Goswami also lived in separation from all these associates, and also looking for that Narottam, one day he will come. So as Lord Chaitanya has unmanifested his pastime, Lord Nityananda and Rupa and Sanatana Goswami, they also unmanifested their pastimes here. So due course of time, Narottam Das Thakur, a wonderful, wonderful child, born in the month of Magha. Actually, today is the month of Magha, today, in this auspicious moment, with all auspicious signs visible in his body. He appeared to fulfill the mission of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as a child of Krishnananda Datta. I think mother may be Narayani, if I'm not wrong. So Krishnananda's son is Narottam Das Thakur. He appeared in a very, very rich, is a Kayastha family, is a princely, in a kind of a very kingly house. It's very, very rich. And he was very beautiful form, though complexion was not that white. So he appeared in that family. From childhood, Narottam Das Thakur manifested the symptoms of a pure, intense, and devotee of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. All his activities were very much transcendental, constant. As he grew up, he was constantly hankering, when he will see Lord Gaurang Mahaprabhu. Again, we can give a mundane example. When a young boy, in his youth, constantly hankers to meet the young girl in separation. So they will find all these means to meet. So similarly, Narottam Das Thakur has a constant object of meditation is to see Lord Nityananda and Lord Chaitanya and all his associates. Is that time even Narottam Das Thakur even didn't realize that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is already unmanifested from this world. So he was constantly, meditating when he will see the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So one day, by the causeless mercy of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, by seeing this hankering of Narottam Das Thakur, he gave his wonderful darshan to Narottam Das Thakur in his dream. And that is not an ordinary darshan. This darshan I will try to read as it has been narrated. So that beautiful Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu even could not be compared with gold. His splendid, it cannot be compared with gold. His golden complexion, lightning, like a lightning, and it cannot be compared with lightning. The beautiful curling hair, which is hanging down from his, from the back of his head. His earrings shone brightly with his lotus eyes were the trap of Cupid. He's a very beautiful lotus eyes earring. His smiling face. It says that his smiling face would easily defeat the effulgence of the moon. Well, we can only meditate on this form, because Lord's beauty cannot be compared with anything on this world. It's just a relative comparison. His lotus, everything of the Lord is compared with the lotus. His beautiful tilak, and his long graceful hands were actually touching even the knees, down his knees. In broad chest, beautiful jeweled garlands hung around his conch-like neck. So this is the transcendental beautiful form which is appeared in dream of Narottam Das Thakur. And Narottam Das Thakur was very, very blissful by seeing the Lord's form, because he was always hankering to see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. In the dream, Narottam Das Thakur shed tears of love by seeing this beauty and fell at the lotus feet of the Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He prayed, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, by seeing Narottam's love, he lifted him. He said, I cannot bear your tears. Don't worry, you go straight to Vrindavan now. There you will be initiated by my pure devotee, who is Lokanath. He will happily pour the nectar of the Mahamantra into your ears, and have many plans which are to be served by you. Narottam, please do this. By saying this, the Lord is unmanifested from his dream. And so he by saying this beautiful form of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he is rejuvenated, he was inspired, he was a life came to his body, and he was preparing to leave. But you know why? He cannot leave very easily, because his parents, he is the only child for his rich and kingly parents. They understood Narottam's mood. They always had a guards also, similar as Raghunath Das Goswami. They would not let him go. Narottam Das Thakur wanted to leave. In another dream also, he received blessings of Lord Chaitanya's associates. I think he came, by this time he could understand Lord Chaitanya was not there. He's unmanifested. So that time he was completely in disappointment. So Narottam Das Thakur, now all these associates of Lord Chaitanya, including Lord Nityananda, Haridas Thakur, Narhar, Bhakteswar Pandit, Mukunda, Murari, all these great devotees, Gauranga Sangi Mane, Nitya Siddha Kari Mane, and all these eternal associates of the Lord. And they appeared and blessed Narottam Das Thakur. He took blessings from each and every one of them by falling at their lotus feet. Everyone has embraced him, because they know Narottam Das Thakur is not a special. It is a Lord's desire. And Narottam, he was hankering for Narottam itself while he's performing his pastime. So everyone showered their mercy, blessings to Narottam Das Thakur, and encouraged to go to Vrindavan. So now the final blessings has come. It's Narottam's time to leave for Vrindavan has come. And with somehow or other, one incident, he took advantage. Along with his guards itself, he left for Vrindavan, but he convinced the guards that he will not return. Guards did not know that he is leaving the house. So in this way, one day Narottam Das left his all opulences, all family and everything, left for Vrindavan in a deep aspiration to meet with all the associates of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So in this way, he escapes. So when he came to Vrindavan, when he came to actually he was outskirts of Vrindavan, near, I believe it's Mathura. He learned that the Rupa and Sanatana Goswami has left this planet already, because he was coming in a hope that all this hang in an aspiration that I will come, I will serve, I'll have darshan of Rupa and Sanatana Goswami, I will hear from them, I'll meet them, I'll hear pastimes of Lord Nityananda Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Like in this way, he was aspiring, he was coming, just as Akrura was coming to see Krishna in Braj. This is a great lesson and teaching that what would be our mood when we come to see Vrindavan or see devotees. So Narottam Das Thakur was literally broke by hearing at the Visram Ghat, where he took bath and took some rest, and then he came to know that these personalities has left already, and that actually a Brahmana came and told him that they already left this planet. So by hearing this, Narottam Das Thakur's heart was pierced, and he was cried and cried and cried. Even the Brahmana also cried, and in this way he spent the night over there. But what happened is, because of his condition of seeing Narottam Das Thakur's condition, Rupa and Sanatan Goswami, Kasiswar and Raghunath, they all appeared before Narottam Das. And when they appeared, Narottam Das Thakur fell at their lotus feet. All of them embraced Narottam and soaked him with tears. So they spoke very nicely, because they know that Narottam is also very dear to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And they said, they all gave blessings to Narottam Das Thakur and then disappeared. And next day, all these incidents of Narottam Das Thakur, actually, we can see that is stepping stone foundation of establishing Narottam's mode. Narottam's mode. His mode is, the bhava, the mode of in separation, Vipralamba bhava. In this way, he will write, he will sing, eventually get, but few more pastimes we will cover. So he was feeling low, because he did not, he cannot have the association of all these wonderful devotees while traveling to Vrindavan. But when he entered to the Vrindavan, when he mentioned his Narottam, first he met with Jiva Goswami. Jiva Goswami, being very excited to see Narottam Das Thakur, he introduced with all these devotees in Vrindavan. Introduced to Srinivasa Acharya, and finally introduced to Syamananda, also became an associate of Narottam Das Thakur. Narottam Das Thakur, Syamanand, and Srinivasa Acharya, they become an intimate friendship. They learned under the Jiva Goswami. But before they learned under Jiva Goswami, Narottam Das Thakur, by the will of the Lord, to take initiation from Loknath Goswami. So many names are involved in it, right? So Loknath Das Goswami is always immersed in separation from the Lord. He won't. He was waiting. When he heard that Narottam has come, he was very excited to see. But he knows that Narottam Das Thakur is very highly caliber devotee. He's come from a princely background. So he did not know that Lord has instructed Narottam Das Thakur to take initiation from Loknath Das Goswami. On the other hand, Loknath Goswami already said that he will never accept any disciple. He's taken that vow. But Narottam Das Thakur wants to take initiation from, serve only Loknath Goswami. So this way, Narottam was very much molested, because he's not getting initiation. So finally, he decided to continue to serve. Loknath Goswami would not accept any kind of service from me. But Narottam Das was very determined to serve his spiritual master. What did he do? He used to find this opportunity that, okay, when Loknath Goswami used to go in the morning, to evacuate in the fields, Narottam Das Thakur, with great joy, he used to maintain that field very nicely as service to his spiritual master. And he used to hide himself. He did not reveal this thing every day. It has went for like so long. Narottam Das Thakur used to serve Loknath Goswami for like this, offering his service. So one day, Loknath Goswami noticed that why this place is always been clean when I come. So one day, what did he do? He after finishing his duty, morning service, he hid himself behind a tree and tried to see what's happening. Then he noticed that the Narottam, the wonderful devotee, is coming in humble way, cleaning every day this place. By seeing this, Loknath Goswami's heart broke, out of seeing the quality of Narottam Das, his deep desire to serve Loknath Goswami. So finally, Loknath Goswami has decided, no, he broke his promise. He accepted Narottam Das Thakur as his disciple. This is one of the example we can see how Narottam hankered to serve a spiritual master unconditionally. So after giving initiation, he gave Narottam under the instruction, under the direction, not direction actually, what do you call, supervision of Jiva Goswami. Jiva Goswami. Jiva Goswami trained Narottam Das Thakur and Srinivasa Acharya, then Syamanand Pandit. These all are very, very wonderful, great devotees. They become great friendship. They have a different spiritual masters, but this shows how the loving relationship of the devotees should be. They should not be seeing, this is my guru, that is my guru, that is his disciple, this disciple. This is a disease. So how the lovingly serve for the mission, the missionary work actually began. What is the missionary work after properly trained by Jiva Goswami? All these teachings of our acharyas, which was written in Vrindavan, Rupa and Raghunath Goswami and Sanatana Goswami's teaching, and all these acharyas, Goswamis, is a time to share with the world. Time to share to this world. So under the direction of Jiva Goswami, all these three personalities, they carried the writings of only one and one copy probably that time, writings of our acharyas. They carried in a cart and they continued their journey from Vrindavan to Gauda Desa. Gauda Desa is, Bengal, I think some part of Bihar also, in Orissa as well. They travel to Gauda Desa. So very, very carefully, because we know whatever we are hearing, whatever we are reading, these are the literatures. What Prabhupada gave, those are the literatures. That's the will incarnation in this age of Kali. The scriptures will actually enliven or nourish the devotee's heart. So when they were carrying, this incident took place in one village. I think it's in Odisha happened. In this village or Bihar, I forgot the location. The cart was stolen. The cart was stolen by a dacoit king in that village, and everyone was like heartbroken, like up to death. They could die by seeing this. Cannot believe this has happened. This is not an ordinary thing. And all these writings of the Lord and his Lord's devotees and everything in the cart, and that's kind of stolen, and everyone's broken. And finally, they came to know that there's a king who's a dacoit and thief, and they tried to reach out to him. When they reached out the king felt bad also. He thought that is a treasures, and unfortunately he found that it's a books. But in coming in their association in the books, the dacoit also became devotee. So in this way, they delivered the devotees. Now about Narottam Das Thakur, there's another incident also, is that in Manipur, we find that Gaudiya Vaishnavas is because of followers of Narottam Das Thakur. They all become, Narottam's teachings are still fresh in Manipur. They sing the Narottam Das Thakur's prayers. When another incident is when Narottam Das Thakur and all these devotees, they brought these books to Jagannath Puri. In Jagannath Puri, devotees were leaving their body very, I cannot express what is the condition of this life of the devotees. Just as same as and that condition of the gopis and gopas in Vrindavan, that literally they were living for the sake of living, actually living in a dead body, like that kind of thing, in separation from Krishna. So similarly, in separation from Lord Chaitanya and all his associates, the devotees were literally living left and right this planet, not able to tolerate that separation. And when they got these literatures from Vrindavan, they all rejuvenated. They were so happy. And one day, Narottam Das Thakur was, I think this also happened in the dream, that he saw the wonderful transcendental activities of Lord Chaitanya, beautiful bhajans, beautiful kirtan and bhajan. By seeing Narottam Das Thakur was also very much inspired. Very much inspired. What did he do? What did he do? He started writing, compiling these beautiful prayers. There are many pastimes of Narottam Das Thakur. It's a new type of kirtan which Narottam Das Thakur compiled. And till now, these writings, these bhajans of Narottam Das Thakur actually awakens the deep separation from the Lord Chaitanya. All these bhajans of Narottam Das Thakur in Prarthana, and also he wrote in Lalasame. Lalasame is hankering, in separation. When will I see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? When I will see Rupa and Sanatan Goswami? When I will go to Vrindavan? Kabe ama Harava Sri Vrindavana. Harava means when I will see. And such kind of many. There's a beautiful prayer to spiritual master also when we sing on that day of Tirabhava. Jiyanila Premadhana Karuna Prachu Hena Prabhu Kota Gela Acharya Thakur. This is also in a lamentation, spiritual lamentation due to separation from not matter, separation from Krishna and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So in this way, Narottam Das Thakur has wrote this. But when when he wrote, there's a beautiful thing happened. At Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, before he left unmanifest his pastimes, he had left this love for Krishna, which is in his heart. He has left that treasure of love for Krishna with river Padmavati. And he has instructed Padmavati that, my devotee Narottam Das Thakur, when he will come to give this love to Narottam. So they said that one day when Narottam took bath in Padmavati, because Narottam's original complexion was not that fair, but as he took bath in the Padmavati, the waves, the water of the river, came up like waves, and immediately transformed the form of the Narottam Das Thakur to white complexion. At the same time, his heart also completely transformed and started weeping and crying. Just as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he started weeping and crying after he met his spiritual master. Who is that? Ishwar Puri. When he met Ishwar Puri at Gaya. So then all this transformation took place. A similar Narottam Das Thakur also started weeping and crying and in loving in separation from Krishna, his mood. And everything is expressed in his songs and his writings. Until now, and for thousands of years, his writings, his teachings, his mood in love in separation and for Krishna and the Lord Chaitanya and all his associates will continue to nourish the devotees of Gaudiya Sampradaya. So this is the treasure of our movement. This is the treasure, money, jewels of our movement. We will continue to light, give light, nourish constantly for thousands of years and for all of us. It's not the movement just we come and party, find, oh, this is not the proper, but one has to deep dive into the such authorities, such teachers who are actually teachers of our movement, and his direction. We are practicing Krishna consciousness. So on this auspicious day of appearance of Srila Narottam Das Thakur, which is very dear, somewhat very dear to me, I hope more and more I'll be inspired by, I will read and inspired. But our prayers to Srila Narottam Das Thakur, may we take shelter at his lotus feet. May we get a drop of love from his teachings, from his songs. May our hankering for Krishna, Lord Krishna and Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and all these associates will increase day by day. Hare Krishna. So with this, I'll stop. It's 8:46. I'm sorry. And this is, I tried my best, not very much qualified to speak on this. I would like to see if you have any comments I would like to share. Hare Krishna.
Well, thank you, Krishna Kirtan Prabhu. That was very uplifting. I feel very much benefited from hearing about the glories of Srila Narottam Das Thakur. As you mentioned, this tradition has such rich history. Devotees that were so pure and connected to Krishna, and to learn about them and to sing their songs that they've left behind for us, and understand that without them, they're the ones that carry through this bhakti tradition of Krishna consciousness. We should really offer our homage to them as you have done in this class. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It is said that Acharyas has said that it's a crying movement. Cry for Krishna, cry for what he received, the mercy of this movement. Yeah, that's why when anytime we see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's picture and his associates, there'll be tears in their eyes. It's a crying in love. Ananda Kanda, crying in happy joy. And joy in Kirtan and joy in hearing their Katha, joy in Krishna consciousness. One world, we have seen that suffering is full of misery. Whoever is saying I'm sick, whoever is saying I'm suffering, whoever is I'm suffering like anything. And another way we see there's a crying in joy, Ananda Kanda. That's what is being given by the Lord, and it's unbelievable. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. So we'll stop it here. Srila Narottam Das Thakur ki jai.
Thank you.